All right. Hey guys, so this is our Emerald and 24-hour call. This is a super important call because it's the first step in your business. And so I asked Katrina to come in and talk to you guys because she's been in this business for what, 5 years now? Six, five? Five. Something
5 years in February.
yeah, that's insane. So there's a reason why she's still in it. And I want her to come talk to you guys. And then we also have a crazy good incentive. So if you go Emerald between today, so this Wednesday to next Wednesday, which I know it's tough because of the holidays, but if you go Emerald between that time, which is signing 2 coaches, you'll be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. And even if you're already an Emerald coach and you sign 2 new coaches, you get an entry. And so I'll be checking all the downline and making sure everyone, like if you hit it, we'll be recognizing you. It's super exciting. There's something else I was going to say. But I don't know. All right, it's your turn. There was something I thought I had to say.
No, that's great. Okay, guys, for those of you that don't know Diamond Uplines, and she asked me to pop on here today to talk a little bit about Emerald and going Emerald in 24 hours, which happens all the time. It's definitely a decision that you make in order to advance your business. But with that being said, a little bit about myself. I worked in corporate America as a commercial insurance agent for many years, commuting to Ukiah. And I went part-time when I had my first son. And during that time, I had a second side gig, always had a side hustle, as a photographer. Well, when I became a mom, I quit my commercial insurance job and put on my entrepreneur hat and went full speed with a storefront photo studio. And I'm so excited to say, I'm a photographer and a full-time Beachbody coach, stay-at-home mom, live in my yoga pants and work from my kitchen table entrepreneur. So with that being said, after putting in 5 years in the business, on February 28th is my 5th year anniversary, I will have been able to do that in 5 years, which I've definitely far exceeded my commercial insurance agent position salary as well as my photography salary substantially. So it all starts in your business is because it actually opens up your business center. When you're just a coach, yes, you can make commissions and you can sell your tail off, but your business center doesn't actually engage until you become Emerald. So what is an Emerald? An Emerald is an active coach. So your business fee would have to be paid, and you need to sign 2 people underneath you as coaches as well. And they obviously have to be active with 50 volume points. So that is cool. We can just go easy and tell you, like, if you order Shakeology, that's a 90 PV, you'll be fine. But there are months where things have to happen and maybe your Shakeo's not on HD. It's okay. You just have to have either customer orders coming through your account or a 50 volume order, which would be charge, or you could do stick packs of Energize with a 10 PV of Hydrate or whatever, or a cookbook as we get going. And if you ever need that as your upline, we're here to help you, place and order bars, whatever you need to get that if Shakeology is not on HD. So that's how you do it. You assign 2 people underneath you. And why I say it's a decision is because so many of us, I know you guys not all of you are married and all that goodness, but it's a decision in that you can sign a spouse, you can sign your roommate, you can sign your best friend, you can sign your mom. Pretty much you can sign anybody but your dog because they have to have a social security number. But if you have anybody in your life that you could do that with, we call those controlled accounts. And that's why I say it's a decision, because there is somebody in your life, and usually 2 people, your best good friend, whatever, that you could ask to join this business and ask to do this journey with you. And that's how you get to Emerald. So that's how you earn it in black and white and on paper, as far as 2 coaches in your volume. So we kind of hit on when I say who, I tell my coaches to go for 100 no's. You know, if you've ever had, you guys are in college, so who would you invite to your college graduation? You probably have 100 people on that list, right? Or, you know, I tell people their wedding, a baby shower, what those kind of people, like your aunts, your uncles, go for 100 no's. I know some of those people are going to be super scary to ask, but pushing you outside your comfort zone and asking the people closest to you is actually harder than asking strangers. So if you can start with your 100 no's of the people inviting process and objections and how to have that conversation and just speak about it, that if you do it to strangers, and it's going to come as second nature by the time you're busting out 50 invites a day. So what does Emerald do for your business? Great. Okay, like you've got your 2 people, you're ready to go, or your 2 people in mind, so you're going to need to probably ask 10, because that's typically, if you ask 10 people, you'd probably get your business. Like, what's the incentive of going Emerald? Yes, you get this great title of Emerald, and that's a major thing in our 4 vital behaviors is recognition. So first off, you're going to get your Instagram feed blown up. We're going to probably give you some awesome fun incentive or a bonus, and yay, you know, you're part of our team, and all of this beautiful recognition. That's number 1 in my book. A lot of my girls want to go Emerald for that, but it tells your followers and everyone in your network that you've got skin in the game, that you're serious about this being a business. You're not just, you know, working out and drinking a shake. Like, you've put on the CEO hat and you're willing to make this your business, whether it's part-time, full-time, a side hustle, whatever you're doing with it. Getting that rank advancement and all the recognition of what you're doing shows your following that you're serious. It kind of is like your buy-in, let's say. So other than all those 2 things, you also get to, and well, 3 really, because your business centers, you have to get Emerald in order to advance or do anything else in this business. So what the main thing is you start earning a weekly paycheck. Okay, so at Emerald, it is one of the lowest levels to get in. You're not gonna, you know, just start making $1 million. It is a $14 cycle, and that's called a team cycle bonus. So what happens is you build your downline. We are a binary leg system. Now, I could talk all day on how our pay structure works, so we'll have to put that in another call. But the long and the short of it is we're a binary leg system where we have a strong leg and a weak leg. And what happens is every time an order, whether it's 5 levels below you or, you know, on your weak leg, your strong leg, every time an order is generated or produced, you make either full volume if it's in your personally sponsored, or a percentage following down, trickling down. And every time we can take 100 points off your weak leg and 200 points off your strong leg, we call that a cycle, and you earn $14. That only happens once you're Emerald. And why that is because you have to have volume on each sign, have to be on each of those legs, and it activates and opens up this business center. I know that can be confusing in the beginning, so please just know that there's plenty of videos on YouTube, there's plenty of videos on Google for this, and we have an excellent one in our team page that is by Amy Coppola. She was an accountant. I'm happy to share that with you guys if anybody needs it. So the next major thing that happens when you go Emerald is we are the only network marketing company out there that actually disperses leads to our coaches or representatives per se. So what happens is, let's say someone purchases something off a infomercial or just logs in to teambeachbody.com and buys something, and Beachbody does is, instead of just keeping that commission and that money for themselves, they divvy out those leads to our Emerald and above coaches. So what happens is there's a couple of things. You have to have your own back office and online business center set up for the public to see. You have to have your business feed paid, you have to be an Emerald, and you have to be a Beachbody On Demand member. If all those criteria are filled, you will start generating and receiving leads once you hit Success Club. So once you're an Emerald, the next month, if you're in the same month, either way, once you hit Success Club, the next month the company will just put you in, they call it the lead wheel. So it's kind of like wheel decide. It spins, and whoever it lands on does receive a lead. And that just happens over and over and over and over and over again every time there's a lead. So that's super cool, because there's been months where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to hit Success Club, and then I'll get a lead that does that for me. And that's only when you're hitting Success Club 10 and above. But at Success Club 5, and you can also get coaching leads, which is super cool for your business to grow without doing anything but being an Emerald coach. So those are pretty much the main reasons of why you would become Emerald and how we earn, because you could hustle all day on commission, but not much is going to happen. Like it stops at the commission. As you start to build and residual income starts to happen, that is where, you're starting to make money off what everybody underneath you is doing. And it just is like the tip of the iceberg with Emerald. I'm a 2-star. Well, I'm a 3-star, lifetime 5-star, and now my second business center is almost 2-star, and my husband's account is Diamond. And you can see where all that volume is going to roll up when you duplicate yourself and additional accounts, that you are able to make a very decent income off of volume. But I only have so many hours in a day and so many challenge packs I can sell, where if I cut off the commission side of it, my residual volume far outweighs what I could do hustling on a challenge pack sale. So that is a huge thing to think of, for long term. Even if you build this up and you still only want to work a couple hours a day, your residual income sale any day once you get momentum going and building. What I always like to tell everybody, because I hope that no one thinks Emerald's hard, because I've never looked at Emerald as being a hard thing. Like, I love what I do. I'm passionate and I want to share it. And I want everybody to come to my party, right? Like, I look at Beachbody as this is my party. And if I just tell everybody I'm having a party, to look at it as like, I'm going to invite every single person to this party because it's flipping amazing. And if you invite them, guess what? People come to the party. But if you just tell them you're having a party, they don't necessarily show up because they don't think they're invited. So what I'm telling you is invite people to your party and they will come. So I'm sure Maddie will be talking about, as we go through this week, about how to invite to the party, because we already talked about who. You're going to make your 100, list of 100 right now. But how we invite to the party, through social media, through stories, through personal invites, have people come work out with you. Our stories, our posts in person. Sometimes I have to make a phone call. Like, that actually works, and call them up and tell them, hey, I got this amazing thing. Like, I know I'm old compared to you beautiful young ladies, but sometimes grab that phone and just make a phone call and say, hey, I'm doing this amazing thing. I want you to be a part of it, because it would be wrong of me not to join what you're doing and fall in love just like you did. But they won't know that if the invite never goes out. So please pull out all the stops, push forward. I don't want to invite. But you know what? That's the heart of my business, because I want people at my party. So I continue to invite daily 50, sometimes 100 people if I'm in a push or a crunch. And it happens. I mean, this time of year is the craziest time for recruitment, because it sets us up for the new year, for 2019, and where we're going to go with that. So now is the time to invite. And I know people are thinking about Christmas and they're not thinking about your workout program, and they could care less about Transform 20. But guess who they're going to call on the 27th when they feel horrible, or on New Year's Tuesday, what I call, I'm going to call Maddie. I'm going to call Amber. I'm going to call Katrina. You know, she's going to get my shit together for me, and we're going to make this happen. So that doesn't just fall into place, right? They've got to be invited, and they've got to have the bug in the ear, and the seed has to be planted. So I hope that helps. But like I said, to wrap it up, it's a decision. So what you need to do, you're a CEO at this point, and there's a million reasons to activate a business center other than what I explained. It's a tax deduction right off that Shaco, right off, you know, your workout shoes, your workout clothes, any branded apparel. Use the tax deductions, and seriously, Emerald is where it starts, and it's just asking, and it's making the decision of who you want on your team, and go to those people and ask them to join you. That's simple. Right? It's true. Emerald's finally turning that on so the car can go forward, but you got to put the key in the ignition before any tires move.
And then I also, thank you so much.
Wasn't too short.
Thank you.
You bet.
I also wanted to say that on Friday at 8 a.m. we're having a Coco and Girl Talk into the coaching experience. So I'm going to do a Zoom call, and whoever wants to talk can come in and talk. And it's like a great opportunity if you're a new coach to just have your first 5 minutes of fame of talking live in front of people, because it's totally nerve-wracking. So I'm going to have that on Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're free, come talk. Just talk about the experience, how it's changed you, even if you're a brand new coach, whatever you're at. Just come and talk onto our Coach Sneak Peek, and you can invite whoever you want. And that's a great push to get into Emerald before Christmas, so your name is in their head, and that's a great thing to be inviting to. So I wanted to have that within 24 hours of this call, so you have something to invite to. So that's on Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then you have a few more days to follow up after Christmas, and Wednesday, 7 days from now, is the cutoff for our pot to win that $25 Amazon gift card. I think that's all I got. Do you guys have anything else to add? No,
that was all really good.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys all for being here.
Yeah.
You know, you got to just prioritize your time, ladies.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. So have a great rest of your hump day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.